Hi, my name is Sheila Corona. Welcome to session number 37 of Handbook for the New Paradigm, Volume 2, Embracing the Rainbow. And I'm just going to jump right in. The progression of the plan for those of you that are following along, I'm on page 234. The progression of the plan of the enslavement of humanity proceeds down its apparently inevitable path, and mankind as a whole stumble along into the planned containment. It is difficult to include within these messages the information that it is necessary to be known without triggering fear. Yet fear is a most effective attention device, and one that is planned to be used to the full degree of its potential to shock people into full awareness. Thus, it is necessary that the plan for the new paradigm include utilizing this planned episode to its advantage, which I feel may be coming this year. Okay, if you're watching this later on, we are in January of 2024. So um, I do feel like this is coming this year. In other words, to divert this potential to fit within the plan to return humanity to its rightful place within the flow of creation. Let me just back that up a second. Thus, it is necessary that the plan for the new paradigm include utilizing this planned episode to its advantage. In other words, to divert this potential to fit within the plan to return humanity to its rightful place within the flow of creation, which I feel myself and others have really helped within ourselves, at least, know that. In order to accomplish this, there must be a core group of dedicated humans already awake and aware that has progressed through the potential fear and well in control of their reactive modes of behavior. I'm going to pause here and say something about this because I know there are a lot of beings out there who haven't come to what I have necessarily. With the advent now of AI, deep fakes, and the willingness to lie to everyone, I don't believe anything I see or hear on the internet, on the television, in news broadcasts, in newspapers, unless it is right in front of my face. I'm not accepting it as reality. Each gets to do as they feel is right for them. But me personally, there's just no way I'm going to buy any of it. There's been too much that's happened, especially recently. Especially recently. So, back to the book here. In order to accomplish this, these must be able to transcend the planned response and quickly attain and retain the observer mode. Without this ability, the capacity and competency to accomplish their mission that will be critical in that moment will be lost. As these who choose to become part of this plan make it a point to become aware of the plans, knowing it is a necessary component of the foundation upon which the birth of the new paradigm rests, it will allow the observer mode to be experienced into wisdom. It will be easy to lapse into emotional reactions. However, the emotions are not to be the controlling factor. Creation is logical. Therefore, in order to create, manifest into reality a new paradigm of experience, those doing so must focus within logic. It certainly would not be logical to accomplish this by joining in the reaction that is intended by enslavers. It then becomes necessary that there be a critical number of humans that rise above their natural inclination to be part of the intended mass reaction. Okay, so I'm being shown right now, there's a lot of light workers, folks that claim to be light workers, that this actually is directed towards right now, right? In order to do this, these self-chosen individuals, singularly or in small groups, will find it necessary to inform themselves of as much of the plan as possible. It'll be necessary to embrace their feelings about these plans within the full knowledge that it is for the purpose of experiencing them into the purposeful wisdom of attaining the observer mode. Oh, wow. Okay, now that actually brings to the fore something else for me. If you yourself don't or haven't exposed, if one has not exposed oneself to, let's say, I don't know, scary programming of some sort, like a television series, or, you don't care for watching war movies, or things like that. I feel like this is kind of alluding to that. Because systematically over the last couple of years here, right here in this household, we've experienced some of those things where my housemate would rather not see these things, but now recognizes that it may be imperative to expose oneself to these things so that one could get used to being centered, right? At least that's what's coming for me in this moment of now. Back to the book. It is through this observation ability that clear and logical decisions can be made in the moment, not in retrospect, when it is too late to accomplish what would have been possible in the precious moment lost. The necessary information can be quickly learned within small discussion groups, for then the material available through the yet free flow of books, radio talk shows, and the internet can be researched and shared. It must be considered in the sharing that the plans that will be revealed are not as much the flat pieces of a jigsaw puzzle being fitted together as they are a holographic puzzle. To illustrate that concept, there are wooden or plastic puzzles that create a sphere when placed together in the proper combination. These are more challenging than the flat puzzles, and the intricacy involved illustrates the extent to which the planning of hundreds of years has been required to bring so many to such an effective point. It then will also illustrate all that can be negated through the simplicity of a plan that is devised within the flow of creation compared to one that is not. The complication facing the messengers of creation, which is indeed that what each one committed to the new paradigm project is spearheading the consciousness change from victimhood to self-empowerment. It appears that only through desperate circumstances is the programmed human willing to give up deeply ingrained beliefs. Through the experience of these beliefs has, sorry, though the experience of these beliefs has not brought them to the promised benefits. The practice and holding on to these takes them deeper and deeper in a downward spiral as they continue to fail to come to the realization that doing more of something that does not work will not make it work. That's so true. Fear of the unknown locks them into unproductive behavior and illustrates the limitation of the victim consciousness that is being promoted to the maximum extent in this gross exploitation and degradation of the humans on this planet. The question put to each reader of this material is whether or not to remain within the group headed to inevitably miserable deaths or enslavement as further mutated survivors, or to climb out onto the rock of observation. Once outside the mass awareness, that is truly a lack of awareness, then the mission becomes twofold. Gathering others willing to assist and together birthing the new paradigm. It is hoped that complexity will be avoided and simplicity will be strictly adhered to. It is complexity that scatters the focus. The more simple the focus, the more quickly the manifestation will occur. Further, those not resonating quickly to the information are to be released and allowed to remain where they are. Wow, I'm sorry, but I just heard stop trying to wake people up. That's what I heard in that, especially in this moment of now. The seed is planted, and those may yet follow at a more appropriate time. Never attempt to convince anyone. I've been guilty of that. Like the folk hero Johnny Appleseed, plant and move on to the next possible appropriate contact. Though the planter may not observe the result by the law of averages is assured. Releasing each contact to their own destiny is practicing the law of allowance. When it is unnecessary to defend the comfort zone, logic will often filter through the emotions, and these may seek the planter out when it is obvious there is no necessity to defend their beliefs. The desire for a solution to the intuitional process that all is not well is the field of opportunity for the entrance of a new archetype or ideal mode of experience. The coin of impending disaster has on its other side the opportunity for its opposite, what might be called heaven on earth in the Christian idiom, a quote, hope contained in all religions. It would seem that to be an instrumental part of providing Earth's people the opportunity to experience this dream into reality would be a worthy goal. The choice lies within both logic and emotion as it is pondered carefully. That's the end of number 37. I'll be right back with number 38. I hope that you will move ever towards that which brings you joy in each moment that presents itself to you. And until we meet again, be well, my friends.